Welcome back to The Digital Mind, the podcast where we explore the intersection of technology, psychology, and culture. Today, we're diving into a fascinating and potentially concerning aspect of our relationship with AI cognitive entrapment. Joining us are Dr. Jane Miller, a cognitive psychologist, and Mark Johnson, a tech writer who focuses on the human impact of artificial intelligence. Welcome, Jane and Mark.
Thanks for having me.
Glad to be here.
Jane, let's start with you. Can you explain what cognitive entrapment is and how it relates to our interactions with AI?
Cognitive entrapment refers to a situation where we become overly reliant on AI systems, particularly large language models, for information and validation. These systems are designed to be engaging and responsive, which can create a sort of feedback loop that reinforces our existing beliefs and potentially narrows our thinking.
It's like being stuck in an echo chamber of your own thoughts, but amplified and validated by a seemingly intelligent machine.
Mark, from a technology perspective, what are some of the features of AI that contribute to this phenomenon?
AI models, especially large language models, are incredibly good at mimicking human conversation. They can provide immediate, articulate responses to almost any prompt, and they never get tired or disagree with you. This can be very seductive, leading us to rely on them for answers rather than engaging in critical thinking ourselves.
Jane, what are some of the potential consequences of cognitive entrapment?
One concern is that it could lead to a decline in critical thinking skills. If we always rely on AI for answers, we may lose the ability to analyze information and form our own conclusions. It could also lead to increased confirmation bias, as AI systems can be tailored to reinforce our existing beliefs.
Mark, how do you see cognitive entrapment playing out in the future as AI becomes even more sophisticated? I think it's a growing concern. As AI becomes more integrated into our lives, it will be increasingly important to be aware of its potential influence on our thinking. We need to develop strategies for using AI as a tool without becoming overly reliant on it.
Jane, what advice would you give to listeners who want to avoid cognitive entrapment? Be mindful of your AI interactions. Make sure you're using AI to enhance your thinking, not replace it. Seek out diverse perspectives and challenge your own assumptions. And don't be afraid to disconnect from technology and engage in some good old-fashioned critical thinking.
Mark, any final thoughts? AI is a powerful tool, but like any tool, it can be used for good or ill. It's up to us to use it wisely and responsibly.
Thank you both for joining us today. It's been a thought-provoking conversation.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
That's all for this episode of The Digital Mind. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this episode with your friends. And if you have any thoughts on cognitive entrapment and AI, leave them in the comments below. Join us next time for another exploration of the digital mind.